Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Uncle P with another episode of Uncle P's podcast. Okay, guys, I know you guys saw the heading and you're like, really, Uncle P? Yes. Let's digress a little bit. Now, I know most of you came into my channel because we started with Chidima and I am cooking the shit out of Nigerians because they clearly deserve it. But the cooking is not necessarily cooking because I want to insult them, because I hate them. I want to educate the world on how dangerous that country can be if they don't get out of their poverty the right way. And it's even getting more dangerous. But let's talk about this situation right now. So, everybody knows that this story is trending right now. Lawrence happens to be a guy who unalived his girlfriend, and the internet is divided. Now, a lot of people are getting prosecuted for saying anything positive or anything that leans towards showing a little bit of support, a little bit of understanding on the guy's side. I wanted to give my opinion, which I've already done on TikTok, and the video is doing pretty well. But it's not about the video doing pretty well. It's more about understanding the problem that we have at hand. Now, I know Nigerians are going to come here and start talking a whole lot of nonsense. Guys, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the problem that we have on hand. What is the problem that we have on hand? The problem that we have on hand is that gender-based violence seems to not be gender-based. It seems to be woman-based or child-based. And violence is not accordingly defined in the law. So, is violence only physical, or can it be emotional, mental, or even spiritual? The answer to that is yes. Now, a man is considered to always have control of his emotions because he's a man. A man is considered to always uphold himself in a certain way because he's a man. A man is a protector. That will never change. Lawrence failed as a protector. Now, the excuses, or rather yet, the things that people are putting out there is that women need to stop using men for their money. There was a statement that I saw that said that if he's not your type, let his money not be your type either. It is true. There's a lot of women out there that are using men to get up there. Or they're using men because they're struggling, and as soon as they find somebody better, or they meet somebody better, or they make money themselves, they bail. My issue with the Lawrence story is that when the woman's family was talking, they spoke about a year ago where Lawrence had ran her over with a car. Now I ask you this question. If a man has run you over with a car, how do you continue to date a man like that? That was issue number one. Issue number two was the woman had cheated on him and fell pregnant and had a child with another, and he forgave her and raised that child as his own. Now, man, we know we hardly forgive. We hardly forgive much, especially cheating. We don't forgive cheating. Worst of all, that cheating led to a child, and you raise that child as your own. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky for me with the whole rough money from the accident. Why wasn't Lawrence in prison? Why was he not arrested and put in jail? Worst of all, he was a primary school teacher? There is so many questions that are unanswered, yet we are already passing judgment purely because he unalived her. Now, for those of you that call yourselves Christians or spiritual, you know about spiritual death, psychological death, mental death. So many times we do not look at those kind of things, and a lot of men go through this. It is no excuse for unaliving anyone. Men, we can no longer use the fact that we don't have a voice, that the law is against us, to do things and hide behind it. I always say it's the same like the Dominic guy, the toxic Dominic guy, who is a guy, but he calls himself transgender, gay, whatever it is that he identifies as, and he becomes toxic towards people in the name of the fact that that's what they do. We allow toxicity to go unnoticed and we do not punish it. Musa Kaula, very famous, very popular, unalived somebody. But because the situation isn't really, we let it go. And now Lawrence comes and does this. And the only reason I decided to make this video, guys, it's specifically for this video because the Lawrence story is trending. It is trending. I was about to go to sleep, guys. It is right now midnight, 21 December. And I'm recording this video because I got shook when I saw this video. I was like, I'm afraid to know, man. Enough is enough. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What is this now? Let me play that video and we'll talk.
It definitely does seem to be a problem, and when we speak to communities, that's exactly what they say, that there's a culture of violence, and especially when it comes to situations like this where you find men are doing these types of things to their partners, in this case not just his partner.
So before I say anything about that video, one, let's clear something. This is not a South African culture. You see, South Africa gets crucified for a lot of things like HIV, crime and so forth because South Africa holds itself accountable by keeping records. Many countries don't have this type of records. They don't have this kind of, they don't keep this kind of records. They don't put this news out there. Some people don't even have the type of news outlets that can even go to situations like this and bring it forth. South Africa is able to do this because they hold themselves accountable. Let's put that one thing let's put that one thing there. Now, guys, how much money is it that you spend on a woman that after they betray you, you feel like as if you have to unalive them? Beyonce was cheated on, Cardi B was cheated on, or whether vice versa. She did the cheating, or those are people with heavy money and nobody's unaliving anyone. And we're now with a few rents. Just because you bought a few nappies, a few milk, you feel like that is worth unaliving a person. And then you unalive yourself so you don't face the consequences. As a man, I want to advise fellow men, we need to stop using this as this masculinity excuse that nobody hears us and nobody's talking. Nobody's ready to hold women accountable. It's a lie. As men, we hang around each other all the time. We don't share our deepest issues. We don't seek for guidance because we are too proud. Ego. We're too egotistic. Enough is enough, man. Look, I understand the guy spent a lot of money, guys. I was in a 10-year relationship, 6-year relationship. Yo, guys, my high school relationship took everything out of me, guys. Everything. My parents even had to take me out of the country. Because I was so hurt, like I was hurt, like I couldn't let her go. I was in love. I was getting sick. I couldn't eat. My parents were like, before you die, sent me to Brazil. I understand, but what I don't understand is to the extent of taking but this is because it's love. It's love. So when you unalive them, they are no longer there. They no longer exist. Is it now love? No, it's obsession. Obsession. When you accept the person at their worst and they continue to do bad things, it's obsession. And this is why I always tell ladies not to settle. You see, when you give a person who is hustling too hard to provide for your expensive lifestyle, that person owns you and will act like they own you. They will think and feel like they own you. It is extreme, ladies. Listen, it's not about you getting your own. There are good men out there that will take care of, that want a stay-at-home wife. There are good men. Let's not allow this nonsense to take away from the fact there are good men out there. There are good men out there. But the reality is this. If you're going to use a guy for money, and a guy is going to work his ass off, he's going to fight for you, and all you're going to do is play him, cheat on him, there's going to be consequences that even if we do not approve of it, there is going to be consequences. I don't approve of hell. I do not approve of hell. One of the reasons I left Christianity, because I do not approve of hell. Now, if hell is really true and it's really going to happen, there ain't shit I can do about it. The same way, these guys like Lawrence that do exist, men that believe that if they pay lobola for you, if they spend money on you, that they own you. There are men out there that exist like that. Now, because we know men like that exist, do you not think it's safer to, if you're a gold digger, to just get a job? Just get a job, because it's getting dangerous. And as a man, let's stop acting stupid. We know when a honey is using you for money. Bro, if she listen, it's not about if she can't even afford her own transport or what. No, it's not about that. There are beautiful women, respectable women that just don't have money. Our problem is you can tell when a honey is using you. But because them chicks are nice and juicy and tasty, and because baby girl is and because you're a simp, and because you can't get other hands, because you ain't got game, I don't even know what you become obsessed with that one person to the extent where you end up unaliving them. It's like what are we even doing, guys? It's December, man. It's December. It's the 21st. Santa Claus is still writing his bad list until now. Until now, still, we are bad. My faith, no, man, enough. Guys, we need to start taking responsibility. We are the leaders. We are the ones that have control. We are the ones who are in power. We are the men. Come on, we gotta, guys, listen. I understand. Like I said, I understand what Lawrence went through. What this hand did was bad. To use a guy, cheat on him, have another child, But to unalive her, guys, I understand that anger. You just wanna, I get it. But to actually do it, my friend, what kind of uncontrollable? Like, that's a human life. Like, you're looking at the woman you love. And I always say to women, if the man that you love ever slaps you on the face, woman, go home, leave, it's done. If it's a marriage, divorce, if it's a relationship, end it. Because no man that loves, even, like I even say, even with children, husbands, mothers, look at your husband or your partner. When he gets angry, I believe in spanking your child. I do, right? You can say whatever you want, raise your children how you want to raise them. But if he backhands or slaps a child on the face, be careful, that's an abusive man. Face, like if you love, like face. I'm not saying abusing the body is, no. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like if you ready to forgive a nigga, maybe he was drunk or whatever, you want to make an excuse for him, because clearly these women were making excuse for this man, because they stayed with them even through the violence. But to the level where a guy already runs you over several times, come on now. I mean, a guy slaps you on the face where your beauty is, where the thing that he admired. Unless he admired the Nyash. Let me not make a joke out of this. But all I'm trying to say is, guys, enough is enough. Gender-based violence needs to be gender-based. Men, you need to go start speaking. Whether they're going to laugh at you at the police station, go open that case of emotional abuse, of mental abuse, of financial abuse. Whatever you need to do, go and open it. And rather have it on record. So that tomorrow when you are trying to leave her and she starts breaking your assets and everything, you have on record that she was abusing you and you were trying to get out. Because yes, some men can't get out, but how many really can't? If we're talking stats, it's very minimum. But if we're talking stats of unaliving women because of love and not getting your way, it's too much. Guys, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. I really needed to digress because after I saw this, another woman killed allegedly by boyfriend. My friend. I was like, no, man. Enough. I'm ready to advise women not to date. Like, ladies, just if the guy wants to date you, meet in a public place. He wants to make love to you, meet at the police station. Something, guys. Because these people have known each other for years. They were dating, 4 years, 5 years? 5 years knowing somebody to unalive them. It's not make sure. But anyways, guys, I'm your boy Uncle P. I don't know what your opinions is on this thing, but for me, you know, ladies, just if you're not interested in the guy, don't eat his money. Guys, if you're gonna use your money to get a woman, then don't play stupid later on when she's chowing your money and then she leaves you. Because that's what you niggas are doing. You're using your money to get women, and then when that woman chows your money, and then tomorrow she's good, she wants to bail, and then you go do stupid shit like this. Tit for tat, man. Know the game, play the game right. Unaliving is not the end result. I'm your boy Uncle P. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yo, sharp.